460 is divided by a natural number. Quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor and the remainder is 1. Find the quotient and the divisor. The first thing about this question is that we need to understand what is a quotient, what is a divisor, what is the remainder. So these are the things that we need to understand first. So let's understand these first. Okay. So many of you would know this from lower classes. Few of you would have forgotten, but let's review these again. So the number which is being divided is called the dividend, and this is being divided by a number. So for example, when we write something like 9 upon 2, so 9 is a number that is the dividend and 2 is the divisor. So 2 is dividing 9. Now whatever you write here, so for example in this case it will be quotient would be 4, and what is the remainder? So this is how it is written. So that is what I have written here. So this is the dividend, this is the divisor, this is the quotient, and this is the remainder. Now there is a very interesting fact, most of you would know this, again few of you might not know this. This 9, that is the dividend, can be written as the multiplication of the divisor and the quotient. The divisor and the quotient, and then you add the remainder. You can take another example. So for example, let us take the example of 17. 17 divided by let us say 3. So 3 4 the 16, 1. So 17 would be equal to 3 into 4 plus 1. Now this is an interesting fact. Many of you would know this, but the few of you who don't know, please try to do 2-3 more such questions so that you understand, because that is what we will be using in this question. So this is what you need to remember when you are doing a question like this. That dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient into remainder. So this is something that you need to understand. Once we have understood this, now let's look at the question again. So the question is that 460 is divided by a natural number. Quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor and the remainder is 1. Find quotient and divisor. Okay, let's look at this again. So I understand, I think now you would have got this. Let me write it here again. So this is my dividend, this is my divisor, this is my quotient, and finally I'll have my remainder. Now in this case, in the given case, quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor. So 5 times the divisor. So let me assume that my divisor is x. Now quotient is 6 more than, because it's more than, so I am adding plus 5 times the divisor, and my divisor is x. So basically my quotient would be 6 plus 5x. I hope you have understood this point. So this is what I have written here. So this is the number which is being divided. 460 is divided by a natural number. So 460 is being divided. I have assumed that my divisor, this is my divisor, my divisor is x. I think there is a spelling mistake. You can write this as divisor. So x is my divisor, and they have said that the quotient is 6 more than 5 times the divisor. So that is why I have written 6 plus 5x here, and they have also mentioned that the remainder is 1. If you see, let me erase all this. The remainder is 1. If you see, they have mentioned that the remainder is 1. So that is what I have written here. The remainder is 1. So therefore, using all this, what is the equation I can form? The equation I can form is that I can write the 460 as a multiplication of x into 6 plus 5x. 6 plus 5x into x, and then I add a remainder of 1 into it. So 460, I just have to open the bracket. 6 plus 5x into x, so this would be 6x plus 5x square. plus 1. This is 5. This is 5. And therefore my equation would be 5x squared. 5x squared plus 6x minus 459. Now, see, I always prefer to do these kind of word problems using splitting the middle term, because my experience has been in 95-96% of the cases that the splitting the middle term always works. Rarely I have seen questions in which the splitting the middle term doesn't work. But in this case, what you will observe is that finding splitting the middle term can become challenging for few questions, because I want a number which should be like 5 into 459. Now 459 is divisible by 3. So using this, you can form some factors of 459. Then you can further form the factors of 51. And then what you need to understand is, see, the trick to understand is that 459 into 5 would be a big number. Now what we want is, because one of the numbers is negative, this number is small. So the two numbers would be big numbers. That is a sort of hint that I can share with you. They will be big numbers like 51 and 45. So whenever you see big numbers at play, please understand they won't be small numbers, they'll be big numbers. So 51 and 45, big numbers. So 51 and 45 are how we split the middle term of 6x. So now 5x plus 51 I take common, x is common, 5x plus 51 here, and finally the numbers are x is equal to 9 and x is equal to minus 51 by 5. Now 460 is divided by a natural number. Because there is a natural number, so I have to ignore this. So you will have to mention this, that this value, whenever you don't take a value of x, you have to mention that why you are not taking the value of x. This value of x is neglected because x is a natural number. It is given that it's a natural number. So therefore x would be equal to 9. Now when x is equal to 9, let's try to understand what is happening. When x is equal to 9, this is 460. So this would be 6 plus 5 into 9. 9 5 to 45 plus 651. So 9 5 are 45. 9 1s are 9. So everything is perfect. 51 is 6 more than 5 times 9. So everything is fine. So our answer makes sense. This is our divisor. This is our divisor. This is our quotient. This is our remainder. And this is the dividend. Hope this is making sense. Question number 10. There is a trapezium which is given. In the adjoining figure, ABCD is a trapezium. AB is parallel to CD. So these two